entrepreneurship yet again. You also happen to play a role in a very interesting sector, right? Not only in philanthropy, which plays a critical role in doing good and making sure that you pass that on, but as Jackie mentioned, media, film, social media, content creation, even being a speaker and sharing your story as a conversation strategist or participant in that space is a very new industry. And for many of us as women, we have a multi-generational audience here. We do find ourselves either doing new things or in new spaces, or just doing them differently. What have been a few of the entrepreneurship or business lessons you've had to learn, given that this isn't, cut, dry, clear industry and sector to navigate?
Yeah, I started my entrepreneurship journey when I was 11 years old. I sold popcorn at school. I sold icing sugar popcorn, and I sold salted popcorn for 50 cents. I used to make $21 a day. Go to the farm store after school, and I would buy all my stock in bulk, and I loved it. And I've loved the idea of, I always loved working. I loved making my own money. I love being independent. Like, I've always been wired that way. And over the years, things have shifted and changed, and it felt like I got to a point where I had to step back from my dreams, some of my identity, to raise my family and support my ex-husband in his career. And so there are these interesting shifts that sort of happened, but the core of who I am never changed. And I think what's so interesting now in kind of really stepping out on my own and exploring many opportunities, I'm interested in building a wealth portfolio. I mean, there was a conversation earlier. That's what I'm interested, that's what I want to do. And it's so interesting how that is frowned upon. It's like there's some kind of problem that is, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily just to me, but in general, women in general, it's like it's frowned upon that you've got such massive ambitions and there's so much that you want to do. And I think that ties into this whole thing of having this severe imposter syndrome. When I took my previous role, I had massive imposter syndrome. I begged not to have to take the role. I said I really didn't feel that I was equipped. And then I went and did it, and I did such a phenomenal job. Such a phenomenal job. And I, to this day, remain so incredibly proud. But I think, just very practically, the more you kind of step into challenging yourself, the more you step into the unknown, the more you kind of just it doesn't even have to be these massive big leaps, but just keep stepping in the right direction. Keep stepping into things that feel uncomfortable, where you feel unsure, and you get comfortable with that feeling. You get comfortable with that feeling like, I don't know if I can do this, and you get comfortable with imposter syndrome, and then you prove yourself so right. And that you have so much ability, and that you are so able for wherever you land up placing yourself. And I just think that it is so sad that so many women believe that they're unable, that they're unwelcome, and they're undervalued, because I really do believe that if more women step into their ability, man, we're gonna see things breaking and things opening up across not just our continent, but across the world, right?
Lean in, step in, get involved.